Under the legislation allows for us to um, prohibit unnecessary use of water, such as washing of driveways or washing of cars at home. But it certainly does allow us to work with the car washes, and that's what our customer operations team is currently looking at. So we will be allowing a sort of daily allowance for these car wash operators who rely on their for their livelihood on the car washing business. So if there is, we're currently looking at the data to see what is the average demand from those sources, from those businesses, and we will be allowing them on a, each business we will be allowing them sort of an average usage, which put the onus on them as well to be more efficient with their water use, and we'll be closely monitoring it. But it is not our intent right now to stop those businesses, because they rely on those businesses for their livelihood, and which is not uncommon to in the first stage of sort of where we are at right now. It is not uncommon to other utilities where similar things happen. So there is a licensing arrangement that is put in place by other utilities. So our intention is to allow the businesses to continue, but we will monitor their usage and make sure that they are using within their sort of average water use that they would normally have. So it is under the Water Authority of Fiji Act that allows us to put in place prohibition under extreme situations like we are facing at the moment. The legislation, I think, also allows for if there is repeat offences or there is a provision for fines as well. But that is not our intent. Our intent really is to appeal to sewer residents to actually understand the challenge we're facing and work with us in minimizing water use that can be avoided for the time being. So by putting it off for a couple of weeks, just don't wash your driveway or don't wash your car for a couple of weeks. Hopefully we will have more reliable rain by then. That's what our appeal is. But in terms of prohibition notice, there is a legislation allows for it, and there is in fact provision for fines as well. But we're not hoping that we'll have to get there. I'm hoping that community will be responding to our calls. The provision of it is, and it's not uncommon to any other utilities as well. So the provision of this is to deal with unforeseen situations like we are facing right now. So if you look at long-term average as Ku presented, Waimanu River has not had such a long spell of dry period. Since 14th of March, we have not had a rain event more than 6 millimeters. That is very rare for that catchment to be like that. It's quite interesting actually. The weather somehow have sort of the microclimate. If you think about how the climate change is impacting our climate, so west is actually getting more reliable rain. In fact, in the last few weeks, they've had a couple of minor flood levels in Nandi area as well. So the weather is actually behaving in a very different way than what you're used to.